Wake up, wake up, wake up, people.
Wake up!
Good morning, Ben Curtis.
Good morning.
How are
I just took
you?
a cold shower. I have some cold coffee.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
I am awake.
How does it get even better than that?
I don't know if it does, but I'm going to keep asking. If you're with
Exactly.
us, welcome. Good morning to all of you beautiful humans out there.
Let me tell you, DJ Serlin, you see her? Donna Jane?
Yes.
She's very special. She's very special. She's one of my angels in this universe. And Irina's here too. Oh, good morning, Irina. All of my angels are here this morning. How lucky
And
am I?
Guillermo. I have an angel here too. My
Wait,
manager,
is
Renata
my big
English,
angel
who's
here?
been with me since I was 19 years old.
Oh,
Since the birth of the Dell dude, she is here with us today too.
how awesome. Oh,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Rebecca's here too. Wow, this is going to be so much fun today. Oh, wait a minute. I need to take the thing off of the thing. Okay, all right. Okay, good morning, Ben Curtis. What's going on? How are we? How are we doing today?
Good morning. We're good. We're waking up to our potential, And
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that if you were on Daniel's daily downloads today, get the gift. We'll give a spoiler alert if you weren't. It's about asking for help.
Yeah.
And one of the things I see so many of my clients dealing with right now, especially men, right? Socially, we've been trained to not ask for help. It turns out women struggle with that too. Turns out it's a human thing.
Shocker.
So one of the ways that I know I've really risen into my potential is to get out of my own way and ask for help.
Yeah.
And that's still really hard for me. So that was such a gift that you shared that today, because one of the things I realized is I still struggle with that. I looked at my wife and I said, I have a hard time with that. And she said, yeah, I noticed that too. We said we're echoing. Daniel, is your volume down on your Instagram?
I think it's you, babe.
Well, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing too, is but you know what I realized, Ben, it's the source of the reason that we ask for help. It's the source. It's like the underground reason why we don't ask for help, right? So, a lot of times we don't ask for help because the help that we would ask for is never good enough for us. Right. And so therefore we have this consciousness or this belief that it would be better off if we just did it ourselves. Right. And that's definitely a source. Another source is that we don't want to ask for help because that might make us look weak. That's the man thing. Make us look weak for asking for help. Another one is that by asking for help, you perceive or you believe that you give your power over to someone. But all of those are projections and expectations and conclusions. None of them are right. None of them are accurate. None of them are really the energetic reason, right? I mean, shocker, right?
Yeah. Well, some people might not know that, right?
That's true. Of course.
That doing it ourselves is the way to go. We've been taught so much about leadership. I don't know where this echo is coming from. It's driving me crazy. Can you hear it now? How's it sound now? Is there less echo?
I hear everything is on my end. Everything is perfect.
Okay, cool, beautiful, sexy. All right, we're gonna leave it.
Okay.
So yeah, there's so much training I see also, like, you can do it the way you get through life is you push by yourself and you have to do it. No one's gonna help you.
Right.
And,
interesting.
I feel like some people learn that too.
Yeah.
That if you trust on others, you're going to be let down. At least that's a limited belief that I've seen before.
It is. It totally is. And Ben, I'm reminded of energetically what it is it's the energy of circuitry, right? Becky, is that better now? It should be good. I turned off the volume on my computer entirely and I'm just going off.
I hear it more now.
You hear it more?
Yeah. I can hear myself through your computer coming back to me.
Wow, how fun. I don't know what's going on. Becky says fixed over here.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll just keep going. But your Instagram volume is down.
No, my computer volume is off and my Instagram volume is on.
That's what it is.
So you want it to be the other way around?
Yeah,
It's better the other way around?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, well, because you're not using headphones, that's why.
Yeah, and my headphones, of course, I left the charger in the taxi, and so
It's all good. Let's just keep going, Daniel.
okay, all
I
right,
think
all
what
right,
we
all
had
right.
was Instagram loves it. Everyone else can deal.
Hey, how does it get even better, Ben? Okay, so circuitry, the energy of circuitry, right? Look around us in the world. Hold on. Look around us in the world. The energy of circuitry is something that is in everything, right? There's symbiosis in the way that the sun transfers energy to the plants. There's a symbiosis between how the plants share oxygen and all those energies with us. There's symbiosis. There's this energy of circuitry that exists. Why do we not recognize that we are also a part of that same energy of circuitry, right? And that by us contributing and receiving from others, we're also gifting to others too. Think about all the times in your life that somebody has asked you for support or asked you for something. How did you feel?
Awesome.
Great. Exactly. You want to be that person.
Unless it's a person who's always like, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? And sometimes I've also felt like, well, help yourself.
Exactly.
My friendships are one thing I've been creating is that the people in my life also can take care of themselves.
And Ben, you bring up something that's so important. I want to point something out that you just did. Love you so much. But you just judged that by you telling someone that you know who's constantly asking you for something that you're not sharing with them, but that is actually sharing with them. That is actually creating a circuitry of energy. Okay? When somebody comes to you and says, I need this, 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 and you say, you know, at the moment, I'm sure you can find it from somewhere else, but I'm a little busy right now. You're actually sharing with them. You're not enabling them to constantly be the taker, right? Now, it's a thin line because at what point do you say, wait a minute, I'm playing God here, or I'm not? You know, because if you trust what is lightest for you, if you trust what energy is the lightest in where you're going with it, then there can be no right or wrong. It just is, you know?
I love this. Yes. And I was playing a little bit of devil's advocate. I've been in there, but I wanted to say one thing that's hit me is in 12-step recovery, Alcoholics Anonymous is one of the greatest phenomenons in modern times. And even though there's a lot of patriarchy built in, one of the things is no one's in charge. And millions of alcoholics have changed their lives and transformed, and it's all built on service.
Yes.
And being of service to each other.
Yes.
And one of the best things I learned inside of there that was even scary for me was the power of asking for help, just like this. And just what you said, to bring this full circle, and I still tell this to people today, consider that if you pick up the phone and you ask for help, or in person, you're actually giving that person on the other end the gift of getting to be of service to you.
Yeah.
And when you think of, like you said, Daniel, how do you feel when you get that call?
Exactly. Especially from somebody who doesn't normally ask for it. You're like, I want to do anything for you. You know, I want to do anything for you. Please let me help, whatever. And that is, I think it reminds us of that beautiful synergy, that connection that does exist in everything, you know? You know, like we did today too. The other thing that I wanted to share too, like we did on the downloads today too, is, you know, guys, we have to remember that we are energetic beings, okay? And even though we're in this finite body, we are energetic, infinite being. So your potential and your ability to be able to support and to be of support and to receive support from other people and the universe is infinite. There is no limit on what you can give or receive. And, you know, Ben, we did this exercise this morning on the morning call in which we chose somebody that we were going to meditate for. Like, we chose somebody that we were going to energetically support, and the other person doesn't even know that it's them. So what if you knew, no matter what, that you were being supported somewhere, somehow, but you couldn't see it? How would that change your perception of not feeling supported? You know? I mean, people, we automatically dismiss that we're being supported because support is not showing up how we want support to show up.
Yeah.
But look, dude, there is an infinite amount of sources, not only with people, but there's an infinite amount of energetic support. There's an infinite amount of support from the universe that is always here for us. And sometimes what I perceive is, what if we just take the second to ask, where am I being supported right now? And just ask that and see how the universe shows up for you. Because I bet you, in those times when we feel alone or we do not feel supported, if we simply ask a question and say, how am I being supported right now, with the open heart, then you'll be supported. You'll be shown. Like I'm supporting you right now.
I was totally with you. I just lost sound 1 second. I couldn't hear anything.
I know. Yeah. So, you know, we are always being supported. Yep. I can hear you.
Hold on 1 second, guys. My audio just completely went out again.
Well, let's take that opportunity to talk about how Mercury retrograde will be over next week. Yay. Okay.
This is magic. I have to leave. I don't know what's happening. I can't hear anything anymore.
You can't hear anything?
We're gonna try.
Can you hear on the? Because we can hear you. Can you hear on the computer?
There we go.
You good?
We're good.
Perfect. It's all good.
Okay. Say something again.
Yeah, I'm here. We're here.
Okay. Well, this is special. So anyway, we're gonna have a lot of echoes. So tell us, everyone could fill us in on the magic that Daniel just dropped here for us. Okay. So where were you, Daniel?
Oh, Donna is asking a really great question. She says, can you tell us the benefit of Mercury retrograde? And yes, I can. The benefit of Mercury retrograde is that, you know, Mercury is the planet of communication. So it's all about everything that connects us to others, ironically, right? It's all about our computers, our phones, all that kind of things. Usually all the things that we use in communication, and also how we communicate with others, right? So that's what Mercury is related to. When Mercury retrograde happens, it says that things kind of go backwards. But Donna, the gift and the benefit of Mercury retrograde is that during this time, it's the best time for us to go within. And to go within and to really communicate with ourselves, which is also someplace that we don't often see, which actually creates a great segue, Ben. How do you support yourself?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Right?
And I want to say, Tech JKL said here too that it can be challenging to have a balance to help those in need without making them completely reliant on you. And one thing you pointed out, Daniel, to bring this full circle here is that, you know, and it came up actually, oh my God, I have a book club now on Tuesday nights with another married couple, my wife and I, Cassie, another married couple that's creating infinite possibilities for themselves, and even non-monogamous, consensual non-monogamy and security in their relationships. But one thing we're studying is this book called Polysecure, and it's on attachment theory. A lot of it is, and that is just fascinating to me to look at, you know, in two couples, like talking about our attachment dynamics, and we all have a little bit of each thing, but the thing is we come to is, one of the greatest gifts we've gotten to give ourselves is to open this up to our community, not just our insular relationship, but to ask other relationships how they're dealing with it and talk about it together.
Sure.
And then the gift inside of all of that I always come to, and that I still see really men struggling with the most, is how to care for yourself. And something that was new for me, someone who always looked outward for validation and external validation, and I'm an extreme introvert, so extrovert. So I love people. I love the energy of that. Yeah, who knew? And so actually, it was a challenge to start to figure out how to give that to myself. And I think that is one of the most incredible things that you can give to your partner, whether present or future, that you're creating, that you're attracting into your life, and that you can newly create your partner in your life. But the best relationship to nurture, it's got to start with you. It's that, like, you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first.
Yeah.
To help someone else.
So
and some of the ways I do that is I meditate each morning, whether it gets to be with you or on my own, in the downloads, some kind of movement in my body, and taking time, you said, to pause and to just be and listen. And that's another thing I'm really, really implementing more in meditation, is inviting these things in and then just listen, because we're still so busy trying to think our way through our lives.
Totally.
Or if you're like me too, I'm learning about the dopamine addiction of multitasking. It's coming from using cell phones and technology, and I just learned about it. Oh my God, that's me! I love to have a million things going on. And my bandmate and close friend Robbie was here the other day, and this is why I love humans and being in relationships with people. Is he goes, yeah, I heard about that. I know this guy who just like practices boredom. Like, that's one of his self-care tips. He just stares at the clock for a while. Just looks out the window, just to slow his life down for a minute.
Wow, that's so cool.
And to me, I felt like that was like, listening.
Yeah.
Pausing.
You said something that I want to ask your advice or your opinion on too. Non-attachment, right? So you're referring to it in terms of relationships, right? And what have you, which is a beautiful thing. What about, how can we practice non-attachment with ourselves? What do you think? I'm genuinely asking. I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, right? I guess I haven't really thought about that concept before and letting that land.
Maybe it's just letting go, right? Maybe practicing non-attachment with yourself is what we spoke about as we started, about how we allow the universe and the creator to take care of us. Okay? So if we think that we always have to have if we have to always have our energy managed in a certain way, or that we have to, go to the gym 3 times a week and do this and do that, we have to eat healthy, all of those things are judgments and points of views and conclusions and expectations, right? So what if you practice non-attachment to the way that you perceive that things have to show up in your life?
That's a great one.
Right? I love that. I was reading a beautiful article, actually. I think it was on Instagram or something, also about non-attachment and how, oh no, actually it was a TikTok video. I was scrolling through, and this chick, she was so funny and she was so hysterical, and she did like this whole thing about attachment. And she did this whole thing about releasing herself from attachment to herself. And I was like, wow, that's really, really brilliant.
What's her name? Candace? Was it Candace Evolving You?
Maybe so.
That's great. So she's a friend of mine.
Really?
She's like blowing up on TikTok because she's done these brilliant, hilarious videos, like self-reflecting and playing characters of herself.
Yeah.
It sounds like her. It sounds awesome.
I think it is her, actually.
Yeah, so she was talking about how to detach from yourself.
Totally. Donna actually added something that is amazing. When we engage with this reality, let's say, what if we were different every day? What if we were a different being every day? What if we woke up today and said, as Donna says, who am I today?
Yes.
Right? And the more we ask ourselves and we release ourselves from who we think we are, and instead of embrace what the universe wants to show us who we are, then how does it get any better than that? Right? Yeah, because how can we remain the same? I mean, I think that's probably one of the things in this reality that creates such dis-ease. One of the things that creates cancer, one of the things that creates all of those things that stay in our body is the unwillingness to change, the unwillingness to grow, the unwillingness to transform.
Yes.
What will it take?
Oh my God.
Right? That just came
Talk
to me,
about
by the way.
relationships too. And this is all in relationship to yourself. You have to start with yourself. But if you're looking there going, you know, my relationship would work if my partner would X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I could find a partner, but everyone out there is blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
And you're actually creating it as a stuck thing, and you're as a stuck thing. And the only thing you can take responsibility for is yourself. So if you actually start to surprise yourself.
Yeah.
And I love to talk about this, you know, if matter is neither created nor destroyed, and you make a change and you're open to something shifting in your life, guess who it gets to benefit?
Exactly.
Everyone else around you.
Exactly.
Right? So if you want like the man in your life to wake up to his potential or his vulnerability or his love, one of the best things you can do is be a space of that yourself.
Yeah.
How do we surprise ourselves? How do we get out of our own way? And I think asking, one thing I've really learned from you and the theta healing community and in general is just to ask. You know, the power of asking. We're also taught it's not okay to ask God or ask the universe for anything, you know, to ask for help. But who are you not to ask? If you believe in, even in Christianity, like the most controlled religions have still said you've got to ask. Like the whole point is sourcing it from outside, you know, and asking for a higher power. So no matter what you believe, one of the greatest things you can do is ask.
Mm-hmm. I mean, asking you shall receive, right?
Out of your own way.
Yeah.
And I'll just say this one more thing, and I was remembering in 12 steps too. There's a step where you're turning over your character defects, which I always call character assets, because anything that you struggle with has served you at some point.
Yeah, it's
and
a
you
gift.
Ask a higher power to remove them. And I always thought that was so beautiful, because there is some point where you can say, "Hey, these things don't serve me anymore. Can you take them?"
Beautiful.
And just talking about, like I talked about it with Cassie and I in our relationship, when we're really up against something and we're triggering each other and our reactions are reacting to each other, we try to come back around and talk about it. Like, hey, I can see when you wanted to run out, I was feeling like I was going to be abandoned. And I just wanted to cling into like, oh, there was my thing. And one thing I'm really creating going forward with you is that, you know, I'm someone who can be okay with you walking away or not, you know, and
that's
just
right.
So being open to talking about it, naming it, can take the air out of anything you're struggling with. You know, I find it great just to bring it right to the table.
It's amazing. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ben. And also, you know, I love how the universe works, because if you see on Instagram, this beautiful woman just joined us, Renata Kwan. Yes. And Renata is from
Brazil.
From Brazil, yeah. And Renata and I met in Athens, in Greece, and we met on a training, and we were like she walked in the room and I was like, I need to know her right now. She was like one of those individuals. And I used to be one of those people that was really, really afraid of like approaching those people that I wanted to approach. But there was something about her energy that I was like, I have to know this person. And she walked in the room. She came actually to us. She came to me. She sat next to me, and then we became like fast friends. She's an incredible theta healer, doing incredible work in Brazil and in Latin America. And I just respect her so much. And it's just a reminder also of how you never know, guys. We never know who's showing up for you. If you're not allowing yourself to be open to it, you never know who's showing up for you. Who's going to walk in the door? Who's going to walk in the door? Who's going to, let's say, change your life or be a contributor in your life in some way? You know, and that is an ask, Ben. That's an ask. If we're in the place of asking, like I would love to find somebody great to collaborate. Like you're a great example. Like how did you walk into my life? Because I was asking, I was yeah.
I was also asking. I was saying I would love to collaborate with someone. I'm tired of doing this all by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And you literally, I think, asked me the next day. It didn't even hit me. My ask had been answered.
Yes.
And that's another thing I really stress to my clients, that in manifestation work, God, it's amazing how simple it is. But the one thing
exactly.
that I always put at the end, like if you go on my website, and Daniel has some awesome meditations and work for this too. I have a free manifestation manual, they call it. It's literally just 5 steps. And the 5th one is to celebrate your answered prayers. Like when the universe does answer one.
Yep.
Let it out.
Exactly.
I'm always like, yes!
That's right.
Get in your body, jump up and down, because then you're actually training the universe and the molecules to give you more of what you do want.
Yeah.
Right? Rather than swimming in all the areas of your life that aren't working. If you actually, one of the most powerful things to shift your life is gratitude.
Absolutely.
And it's especially for really intelligent people. It's like, oh, gratitude. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna practice gratitude. All my shit's just gonna disappear.
Yeah.
But
I have to share something with you really quick that just popped. So last weekend, Guillermo and I, my partner and I we went to this I love this little area of Mexico City called San Angel. And it's just beautiful. It's like all these markets and what have you. And there's these artists that are out and whatever. And literally we pull up in the taxi and we're looking at art. And Guillermo goes, I would love a piece of art that's the landscape of Mexico City. And I was like, okay, great. Right? We're walking. What happens? There's a landscape. There's a piece of art that's a landscape of Mexico City. I was like, oh my God, babe, look, you ask and you receive. Mind you, this is the same exact place where he said to me, you need a belt, and a man showed up with a belt to sell me a belt, like instantly. Guillermo has such a powerful ability to manifest. And so we kept looking. He's like, no, I don't like that one. And I was like, wait, you asked and it's there. And he was like, well, I don't like that one. I'm going to ask again. And I was like, okay, great. Right. And eventually we were about to leave. And then he looks over and he sees this beautiful watercolor of the skyline of Mexico City. And he goes, oh my God, that's it. That's exactly it. And I looked at him and I said, listen, you better start asking for $1 billion, because every single time you ask, you receive. Yes. And he was like, oh yeah, I should do that. I was like, yeah, you should. Let's get started now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. You never know what it's going to look like too. And never. I think that's so beautiful. There's a big ask I had in my life for a long time, and I can't talk about it yet, but it was, I kind of let it go, really. I really sealed the door on that one in the universe, and the door opened again recently, and it was really confronting that I actually have had a challenge receiving some of the gifts that have come to me. Because I thought it had to be on my terms, the way I was creating it, and it really caught me off guard.
Or that you had to. My favorite is the perception and the belief that we have to work for it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We have been through. I know I was in spiritual traditions that were like, you can't receive something without earning it, because if you do, then you'll pay for it in the long run or whatever, right? And the truth is that that's not really how the universe works. Like, asking you shall receive is not receive with condition. It's just asking you shall receive, And so all of those places in our life, Ben, that we have decided that in order for us to receive, or in order for us to ask for help, that we have to give of something of ourselves, to sacrifice something of ourselves. Can we just destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Yeah, enough.
I have worked my ass off You know, so it's like
Yes.
I have earned a lot of this, you know, and any one of us have. Just showing up here today is such a gift. And either way, you don't have to though, and that's just such a good reminder that it doesn't have to look or feel hard.
That's right.
And getting out of our own way to receive is sometimes all we need to do.
And let's also take a second as we wrap up today's wake up to really, really also illustrate how all of you asked in some way, all of us, every single person here asked for what showed up today.
Yes.
Okay? All of you who are watching, all of you who will watch, all of your energies. I love watching all of your comments and the engagement that you have. This is because somewhere, somehow you are asking, and keep asking. And please, please, please keep asking, you know, and you will receive everything you're looking for. And that's support, guys. That is support, you know? Ben, should we tell them about what we're doing next Wednesday?
Yes. Oh my gosh, is it already next Wednesday?
I know.
It is. Wow. It's coming very soon.
Okay. I'm going to post it on
1 week from today is
1
the
week from
full
today.
moon.
That's right.
And
the Renaissance Men, which is going to be a workshop with Ben and Daniel. And it is going to be, what is it going to be? I mean, what is it going to be, Ben? What's it going to be?
It's going to be anything that you want it to be.
That's
Anyone
right.
who shows up. And that's an incredible thing that I love about Daniel and I is that we can deal with what is there, and we're going to create from what is there. From nothing, we're going to create some magic. And Daniel has a great intro here. What projections, expectations, limitations, and lies have you bought about being a man that never really aligned with the infinite being that you truly be?
Yes, and anything and everything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive that. Man, woman, child, it doesn't matter. Can we destroy and uncreate it?
Yes. And
yes.
No matter what gender you are, you can come and reprogram everything about what men means for you.
Yes, exactly. And that also includes the women.
Out of this.
That's right. And we would love to have the ladies as well, because remember, ladies, you the way that you interact with your men energetically, you inspire your men to be more of who they are based on what you ask, right? Women are so powerful, and really that opportunity is so great for everyone, for all of us, you know.
And holding the space for that magic and transformation to men, for men to safely be able to tap into their divine feminine.
Yeah.
And women too, for us to find that balance, right?
Exactly.
Masculine and feminine. So now is the time to sign up. And it's in the link in Daniel's Instagram, my Instagram, his website, my website.
Yeah.
And I think it's only $50. And there's going to be so much value in this. So if you're even considering it, I would highly recommend just grabbing a spot now.
Yeah.
Even gift it to someone in your life if you want to.
Totally.
And that's a great gift that you can give, because energetically, when you say yes, it's letting the universe know that you're ready. You're ready for that shift. You're ready.
Yes. I'm saying
yes.
I love it.
So join us in the workshop. We'll be here next Wednesday live in the morning to power you up for that magical full moon. Daniel, anything you want to add before we go?
I'm grateful. I'm just grateful, Ben. I'm grateful for the space that you've created, that we've created together. I'm grateful for everyone who has asked for this contribution, for this space. I'm grateful to learn from all of you, from everyone, from you, Ben. I'm incredibly grateful. So thank you.
Amen. I am grateful too. Thank you, universe.
Show me more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. I can take it.
Any better than this?
What else is possible? All right, Ben. Have an amazing day. Love you so much, brother.
Love you too.
Let's play soon. Guys, thank you all for coming. Thank you, John.
So much for joining us. Spread the word and come to the workshop.
Exactly.
Wake up.
Exactly. And we'll see you next week.
We love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye, guys.